A hash is a mathematical function which generates a unique value of known small size for any size input. This is often used to fingerprint data, as changing of even one byte on the data will produce a different hash. So it's a way of just people keeping track of whether that information has been tampered with, used, downloaded, who's viewed it. There is an element of, yes, that sounds like a good idea. But psychologically, you are thinking about being watched all the time. You know, you see the people go to concerts and they're watching the concert that they're at through their phone. There's this weird step back here. But also, this information will be shared across all police services and perhaps even further. It depends who's invited in as a node to that blockchain system. And it's updated 24/7 all the time without the context of what this video footage means. It's this being watched all the time. And this creates a feeling of being in some sort of hive mind, that your thoughts are not your own, that they're not private. What you do is not private, it's shared amongst the community. And that would breed this own kind of egregore of its own. You'd all know what each other were doing on the blockchain in these digital systems as evidence, and even know who changed it or who tried to go in and change it. So you would all become kind of fake, because you would be playing this character all along. How exhausting would that be? So in some terms it's good at getting in there and rooting out criminals, but it's making criminals of people that weren't criminals in the first place. There's a double-edged sword to this, and it relates to the hive mind and the egregore, and it relates to the beehive mind. Once people start to think in sync like that, they become easily controllable. So the hive mind, the first principles of the blockchain era. The artificial world, like the natural world, will eventually gain autonomy, adaptability and creativity, ultimately breaking free from absolute human control. You're building this beast system that's kind of archontically leeching off the human mind and everything they do, and changing the human in the feedback loop, the cybernetic feedback loop, because they know, and you start to know that you are being watched all the time. And we know that to a certain extent now, but to the extent that these guys and this wants to go to, it's crippling. You're supposed to have a divide between you and the person next to you. You know, that's what trust's about, what faith's about. It has the potentiality of becoming a hive mind system, especially when you bring in social credit scores into that, the police state into that, the judging of each other, the snitching on each other. We see that in COVID. It happens very quickly. These systems aren't supposed to be that way. We don't live in a commune. We live in separate houses because we all have different ways of thinking and ways of being, and we have to respect that. This blockchain technology has the potential to record everything you're doing all the time, any adjustment made to that, and how it affects others, and there'll be a hive mind collective policing, would police each other.
Don't mention the reptiles, Dave.
Even less is said about the Grey Pope, who some believe to be the true ruling power in the Vatican.
Humans emitting a MAC address.
All of them had Bluetooth signals.
I've never seen it before.
Queuing up to transition their children.
This is the ultimate suicide cult.
What if the symbols around us every day aren't just ornamental?
We lost 1,000 years of history.
What if they're instruction?
That state of awareness is not manipulatable.